For the cantaloupe project, what you're going to do is take a cantaloupe plus a cat and combine them to make a cantaloupe. To do so, there is a cat image and a cantaloupe image. You can use the one I've provided, or you can find your own. I've already downloaded them, so I'm going to go to Photopea, new project, photo 5x7. This one I'm going to run horizontally. You can run either way you want to. And this one, I'm going to put the resolution at 150. And I'm going to start by opening and placing the picture of the cat. So that one is this one. And again, I want a decent size for the cat head. So I'm kind of getting it fairly large. And again, you can use whatever cat you'd like. So once I have the cat, just to be safe, I'm going to rasterize it, although I shouldn't be playing with too many of the pixels for the cat. Next thing I'm going to do is open and place the cantaloupe. What I need to do, though, is figure out where the face falls in the fruit. So I'm going to go to opacity. I'm going to minimize the opacity a little bit. This way, I can either move the fruit if I want, or I can move the cat. I feel like the cat needs to be bigger, smaller, more centered. But I am trying to get the face kind of more in the central area. And again, if I need to make it bigger, edit, free transform. So now I'm going to go back to the cantaloupe, bring its opacity back up. Right now, yes, there will be parts where like the cat or other things will stick outside. Don't worry about that. Because what you're worried about now is how do I make the cat's face appear into the cantaloupe. So I need to make sure I rasterize the cantaloupe. But this little tool is similar to a clipping mask, except it's going to give you the ability to kind of put in where you want. So this is a raster mask, or sometimes called a layer mask. When you click on it, you will see a little white window appear plus a linking icon. So then we come over, find the paintbrush or the brush tool. If you look over here, you do have brush options. So you can make it thinner, thicker, more dense, less dense. So that is there. If you want to get rid of it, just click off of it by clicking back on the BRU menu. Remember, it is a paintbrush. So that means if you find the Enter key on your keyboard and go up one row, you have the left and right bracket. So left makes it smaller, right makes it bigger. I want to make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. Then this is like a layer mask in the fact that, again, where I will paint, it'll show the image behind it. But there's a trick to it. One, it deals with values only. White shows the image. So white's kind of like the dirty window. Gray is kind of like you started to clean. Black is if you completely cleaned. So if I do black, think of it kind of like an eraser where I paint, it will kind of like show elements. But blending not so well. So if I would go in with, say, a gray, notice how we're picking up some of the texture of the cantaloupe. And again, where if I go over the parts, it's no longer as defined as it was before. Or if I go even a lighter gray, you'll notice it starts showing that cantaloupe back up more. So again, it's giving that transition, kind of having things start popping forward. So that's if you want to do it with the brush. Another little technique you can do is if you would set it to black, go up. Some people will define the area they want, so they'll actually go with the ellipse tool or the marquee. You can barely see the marching ants, but then I can use my arrow keys to kind of center it more on the face. So that's only going to affect the area that, again, I click in. This is your gradient tool. So this thing is painting from, again, a gradient from light to dark. So you click on the gradient tool. First thing, you do have options. So like I would want the black going to white. There is different things in terms of how it's set up. You can do linear. Linear is, again, like straight across. It's in a line. I can do radial, so it's in a circle. I can angle it, reflect it, or diamond shape it. What we're going to do, since we have a circular object, radial probably your best. So then, if I would click and drag out, you'll notice the center point is more defined. Again, I can extend it larger, less, more. But that will give me, if you look over here, see how it kind of shows you that gradient where it's going from light to dark. So it does a lot of the blending for me, or at least it gives me a good start. So for some people, that's a nice way to get started, because I can always go in here and deselect the little area and then come back in with the black, sorry, the white. So I'm going to build up the actual like cantaloupe, paintbrush. Make sure I actually clicked on white, that would be helpful. So again, I'm going to come in with a little softer gray. So again, kind of showing some more. And then ideally, again, I want those features defined. So again, I can go Control Plus to zoom in. I can make my brush smaller. So maybe I want the nose clearly defined. So that one is in black. But again, this is a little bit of experimenting depending on which cat you used, how much you want it to show the texture of the cantaloupe, how much you want it to show the texture of the cat. Again, I can keep going through and softening up this area, but kind of see how it works. And then ideally, when you get it where you want it, take the crop tool, crop it on just the part you want to have the viewer see, and file and export as a JPEG or PNG. So again, that is the raster or layer mask, which gives you, again, brush options, as well as, again, using gradient tools to get different blends of connecting things together.